Hello, and welcome to Traditional Stitches FlossTube video number 57. I'm Janice Spencer, the owner of Traditional Stitches, and with me again today is our friend Rose Heck. Hi, Rose.
Hi, Janice.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Excellent, actually.
Good.
It's early in the morning that we're recording this video, but I've just spent a bunch of time perusing the Nashville previews that are on our website. So I'm feeling pretty excited at the moment about this year's market.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening in the shop, but our primary purpose is to share our top 10-ish list of Nashville previews. So in our last video, number 56, we talked about a few, and then now we've seen almost all of the previews that we're expecting for Nashville. So now we're going to have a meeting of our minds and see how similar our lists are.
Yeah, in the last 2 weeks, they've come fast and furious because I look at the list from 2 weeks ago and I look at this list now and I could have added so much more.
Yeah.
And I might have too many. So
it was really hard to know where to stop.
Yeah. And even this morning I added a couple more. And I mean, I can change it.
Yeah.
It's not written in stone.
No, it's going to be a great market.
Yes.
So things in the shop, some Nashville tips and how it works with us in case someone hasn't ordered from us for Nashville market before. And then we're going to share our lists and then talk a little bit about plans after that. But the one thing that I did want to talk about, in our last video, we wrapped up our Hands Across the Sea exclusive sampler and Johnson. So that was a sampler that Nicola produced specifically for our shop. It's not available anywhere else. And what I want to say is that for those of you that are seeing the finishes online and how gorgeous they are and maybe having a little bit of FOMO, Ann Johnson is still available and her supplies are still available, and even her thread bed that we had made specifically for her, we still have a dozen or so of those. So if you remember when we did our very first Hands Across the Sea stitch along for the Ann Morrison sampler, she sold out like a snap, and we have requests for her constantly. And so after that experience, we decided that we're going to handle our exclusives a little bit differently. And so we wanted to have enough stock for the initial excitement and enough stock for while the stitch along was going on so that people could order, but also enough stock so that when people started seeing these beautiful finishes on social media, that it would still be available. So that's what we've done with Ann Johnson. And in fact, we've done it with our last few Hands Across the Sea exclusives, including Lucy Barber and Esther Blackwood. So we still have those guys available in case anybody missed out. And I'm going to put links, direct links to each of them in the text box below this video, because I don't want anybody to not have those in the stash if they want them.
Right.
All right. And then, okay. So Nashville. I leave Thursday morning next week. Bright and early, Lisa and I are going to Nashville. We'll get there in time for supper Thursday. And then on Friday, we have a couple classes that we're taking. And we have a couple of pre-scheduled meetings with some of our suppliers that we're going to do during the day. And then the shopping actually starts late afternoon on the Friday and goes till bedtime, essentially 9 o'clock. And we will be on the floor that whole time getting started. And then it goes all day Saturday and all day Sunday. And then on Monday, I get to do my customs paperwork, which is a fun thing that all of the American shops don't have to do.
Right.
And then we fly home and get home late on Monday night. Tuesday morning, I'll be in the shop and we'll be opening suitcases and sorting all the stuff. But fun. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. So on our website, as of right now, we have more than 22 pages of Nashville releases, which means there's more than 440 items that we've listed. There are a few more that we have to add probably today, and then There's a few things that are on our radar that we don't actually expect to see until we're in Nashville.
Mhm.
The biggest one of those is the Blackbird.
Right.
Alma sends her charts through Hoffman Distributing, and generally we don't get to see them until the weekend of market. And then the new thread colors from companies like Gloriana. So she'll have new colors in the 12 strand silk and probably Tudor luminescence, maybe the Princess Pearls, that kind of thing. The Gentle Art will have new colors for their line. They'll have a few limited edition colors, and sometimes they have mystery bundle packs, which are always fun and sell out very quickly. Weeks Dye Works will have new additions to their floss line for sure, and as will Classic Colorworks. So because we don't always know how many colors or anything that they're going to add, we don't put that as product on our website. But if you know that you want them, like some people, we have a number of customers that say, I want all the Blackbird. So they'll send us an email ahead of time and just say, make sure you add all the Blackbird to our order. Or if they want the new colors of a specific thread, you can do that as well. The other thing that you can email us about is we haven't added all of the designers to our website. There's just no way that we can. So if you've seen something on social media that, or FlossTube video, or whatever, that you want us to order that's not on our website, go ahead and email us and we'll be happy to get that added to our orders at market for you.
Sounds good.
And then, so some tips and ordering for Nashville from us. And so you've been through this process many times with us, so feel free to poke in and give tips and your tips too. I've seen a few orders come in from you for Nashville items.
Well, 3, I think. Not huge orders.
No.
I restrained.
Yep. But you know the deal, right? So you see something and you know you want it, so you send in an order. And then the next day you see a few other things, so you send in an order, which is exactly what we want people to do, is place multiple orders because we have systems in place to combine them as best we can. Sometimes a thread's on back order for forever, and so we'll send the rest of the order. But place multiple orders and order them as soon as you see them, because that really helps me plan my shopping.
Right.
So we don't actually cut off, have a final date for Nashville orders. We'll take them all through next week, all through market and after market too, if you see things. I'm constantly monitoring the orders while I'm on the floor shopping. So if I need to add or tweak or anything along as I go, I can totally do that. Yeah. But I am placing most of our orders in advance, so sooner is better.
It is.
Also, on that note, if you can place it through the website, that's preferred. I know it's not always possible, but that way I can really easily generate a report from the website for my quantities and titles. Yeah. Okay, some tips. I strongly suggest that if you're interested in something from our international designers, that you place an advance order for those, so that I can pick them up in Nashville, because it's way easier to get them there than it is to have them shipped to Canada after the fact. It's still totally possible, but just easier. So international designers on our radar are GPA, Julia Punchiantici, and she's been very popular this year. She hasn't been to Nashville for probably since the Nashville before COVID. So it's exciting to see her back. The Primitive Hair always has a lot of great things, and so those are worth looking at. Manny Di Donna has a few really cute things this year. Fox and Rabbit on the chart side. I talked about the linen in the last video that we have it all on order with them, but I don't really hold out much hope of getting my hands on any while we're there. And MTV would be the other one. Okay. Yeah, and oftentimes the Italian designers also have really cute embellishments to their designs, pin sets or thread keeps, that kind of thing. So watch for those. And then watch for limited edition items. An example of a limited edition kit that we're looking at is like the Running with Needles and Scissors, My Humble Homestead kit. Those will be limited edition. Usually the Praiseworthy Stitches kits are limited, and the Sampler's Not Forgotten kits sell out really quick too. They're not billed as limited edition, but because she puts together such pretty kits, they sell quickly.
Right.
And then watch for things, excuse me, that are Nashville exclusives. An example that we added just a few days ago would be Shakespeare's Peddler has a design called Joy. So that will only be available to shops that attend market for a period of time. I'm not sure what Teresa's, if it's 6 weeks or whatever, but you won't be able to get it from a shop that didn't attend market until after that.
Right.
And if you've ordered from us before, you know that we do collect your payment information when you place your order. So if you're checking out through the shopping cart system, you have to put your credit card number in. Or if you're paying by PayPal, you have to supply us with your PayPal email address. And we just need that information in order to create a firm order that goes into our system. But we do not charge for items until they're ready to go into the mail. So even if you place an order today, you're probably not going to have to pay for it for a couple of weeks. So.
Correct.
Yeah. We are wonderfully busy with Nashville orders. It's a really good year. People are placing lots of orders, and they're placing really big orders and full kitting orders, which is awesome and exactly what we want to see. But it means we're a little bit behind on all the other things. So if you're waiting to hear from us, we appreciate your patience. So when I get back into the shop the Tuesday after market, which I think is the 11th of March, it'll take us a couple of weeks to ship everything out. We have to unpack it, hand it out, and if we're waiting for fabric or threads, put that all together, and then just sheer volume means that it'll take us a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
But we definitely have all hands on deck. Ladies in my shop are all taking on extra shifts to get it done. So
good.
Yeah, they're great. And then from a kitting perspective, we are happy to do that. And as the orders are coming in, we're kitting them right now so that we know that if we need to order threads or fabric, that process is started before I get back. So things like Chantel 141 Designs has a few new things that are supporting other designers' items releases for Nashville. So we've pre-ordered a whole bunch of those, but those are great things to add to your order. Like the Brenda Gervais frame and the hands-on design crafty clipboard thing.
Yes.
So yeah. I'm not quite sure which is going to be heavier to bring back in my suit, wood or paper, but
hard to say.
Yes,
it depends.
Oh well,
depends on the amount you have. It's a good thing to have, though. A good problem.
Yep. So Lady Jot trims, fabric, Jabco items. Just Another Button Company is not going to be at Nashville, but we're placing an order with them hopefully when I get back to the shop this afternoon for all the things that we need, plus all the Nashville stuff. So that will hopefully arrive in a good timing kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And so any questions or other ideas?
No, you had mentioned about Jabco products. You said they're not going to be there at all. So they're not going to even have somebody like Hoffman or they don't, bring them.
Yeah. Sometimes they would have there's 2 hands-on design charts that are embellished with Just Another Button Company items that are getting released at market. And so sometimes they would have them available in the
Okay.
hands-on
Okay.
room, but that's not happening this year,
No.
so
From
that's
I
okay.
understand. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to order other things just for stock from them anyways, so it's gonna work
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Good, okay. No, I don't have any questions. I think
Okay.
you were very thorough, so
Okay.
it's kind of like you've done this before.
Well, Ron asked me last night how many times I've been going to Nashville, and I don't really have a way to figure out what the first year was, but this is our 25th year in business, so I'm thinking it's gotta be pretty close to 20 years I've been going.
Right, right.
So, in some ways it's old hat, but in some ways it's just a brand new adventure all again.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Rose, do you have your list handy?
It is right in front of me.
Okay, so let's alternate. We'll go back and
That
forth.
sounds good.
Okay, what's top of your list?
And this is in no order other than I started from the last time and just kind of moved through. So when you talked about samplers not forgotten, so there'd be my Valentine kit. And you'll notice that I have a mixture of in my list of smalls and samplers, and that seems to be a lot of designers are going to smalls and they're fun. So the Be My Valentine kit would be my first one.
Okay, and so Kimberly's kits like that usually include linen, cut lengths of the thread, trim, sometimes backing fabric. So yeah, she does a great job, and
Yeah.
they're definitely worth having.
Yeah, she has a few kits that are really, so it's kind of like, which one do I like the best?
Mhm. Yeah, and that one's been very popular.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay,
You
so the first one on my list is from Needlework Press, and it is the Mrs. Julia D. Brown's portfolio. So
Yeah.
I've seen this in person because it was at an attic event that I've been at.
Yeah.
And so it is the original antique is on perforated paper.
Yeah.
And so Vicky's charted it, made it available, both a perforated paper version or you can stitch it on linen. And so it's the front and back of what would have been a girl's portfolio when in the time, and it's very Berlin woolworky,
Yeah.
which makes sense for
Is there not two of them, or did you say that already?
yeah. So it's the front and back cover essentially of
Yeah.
what would be a portfolio, like
I
a
understand.
notebook essentially.
Okay, I didn't realize that part, but I knew there was two. So.
Yeah. So I'll insert a picture here, and everybody can see what I'm talking about. All right, what's next for you?
Well, mine is from Needlework Press too, and I was hard pressed to decide which one. Yeah, haha, this early in the morning, I'm
That's
winning.
good job.
I picked Hannah Wilson. Hannah Wilson is an Ackworth sampler, and it was a retreat piece a year ago. And I really like Ackworth samplers, and this one I really liked. So that was my next choice.
Okay, and I'll put a picture in here. Okay, my next choice is Plum Street Samplers, the tomato sampler. So it is whimsical and viney, and it's got alphabet scattered through it and a house, and I just thought that it would be a really fun stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a relaxing stitch.
Cool.
Yep, here it is. Okay.
I put down Connected by the Red Thread, which is 6 red samplers in a book by Atelier Swad Edi.
Yeah.
Simone, and I've been eyeing that one for a few months, and I was debating about ordering it, but I thought, no, I'm going to hold off just in case you have it, and you did, and so I nabbed it. She's got the 6 red samplers, but she also has some really unique ideas on finishing, which I think are going to be really invaluable. And I think one of the samplers is a red darning sampler. Mm-hmm. And I believe they're all Dutch samplers, which is my heritage. So I ordered that one because I thought everyone has to have something like that in their repertoire.
Yeah,
so,
resource book.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, Cool. Here's a picture of the cover. Okay, my next one is Hands-On Designs Ladybug Picnic. Are you scratching that off your list?
Okay. Yep.
This is done on hand-dyed linen in a new color by Fabrics from Stephanie, and it's called Pomegranate, I believe. And
Yes.
so it's just bright and vibrant, and another one that would be enjoyable to stitch. So, and last year, Hands-On released the Botanical Bee, and that was super popular. And so we're finding a resurgence in interest in the bee chart this year because people want companion pieces. So,
Right. And I know she has got some other ideas in her head, and I'm kind of excited to see what she comes up with.
yeah. So there are a few designers out there that do really great job of FlossTube videos on their Nashville releases. And I have to admit that I'm running behind, so I haven't watched them, but I just know from past experience. So Kathy Haverin at Hands-On Design is one of them that does a really great release of her FlossTube of her Nashville items. The other one is Teresa Kogut. So if you get a chance to watch those videos, they'll be worth your while.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, my next one, I guess we both had that one on our list. My next one is Elizabeth Ackroyd from Needlemade Designs, and it's a 3-girl sampler in her pack. So you get 3 samplers for the price of 1.
Ah. Yeah, Linda has some great stuff, actually. Another one of, I'll go back and make sure that there's a picture of those girls in there. One on my list of hers is the Mary Ransom sampler. Let's see, Ranson. And I have intimate experience with it because it was a class project piece at the attic. So this is my chart, and it's done on Mason linen. I used 40 count using soie d'Alger. And so I have a teeny little start.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So yeah, here's our gold linen that we both really like so much because it just does great things with the thread colors. So it's going to be about 21 inches square. And I just love working with soie d'Alger because it's so posh and lush.
It is.
All right, so that's that one. Okay, what do you got next?
From Erica Michaels, the Rustle Sisters. So 2 companion samplers. So, do you have that one on your list?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. I must be drawn to the multiple. I don't know, but
that's your theme this year.
Maybe it is. Yeah. So that was my next choice.
Okay, here's a picture of it. All right, my next choice is Stacy Nash Primitives, the Rose Hill Farm sampler.
Okay.
So this was released as an exclusive in the Homespun Samplers Facebook group a while ago, and I didn't get it at that point, which is good that she's releasing it so that I can get it now.
Right.
But it just is a really pretty primitive sampler with a red house on a model linen and just lovely.
Yeah, it is really nice.
A very pretty border. Okay, go.
Okay, going to Kathy Barrick. And I've gone back and forth between 2 of them. But I think the one I'm choosing, because I ordered it, is From Velvet to Linen.
Okay.
And that is that big, large vase. And she took it from what is called an antique theorem. And I can't explain it to you. You can A, watch her FlossTube video, or B, look up antique theorem as to what it is. So it is a reproduction of a painted piece, let's put it that way. And as soon as I saw it, I went down to my stash of frames, and I have a antique kind of a circular, it's got corners taken out of a frame, and I'm able to do that piece on 28 count, and it'll fit it. And I've been looking for months to find something to fit in
Oh,
there.
perfect.
So I'm excited about that one.
Okay, well, you have to keep us posted on your progress on that one.
Yes, yes.
So Kathy Barrick, her Nashville releases are probably in the Hello from Liz Matthews FlossTube video,
It is.
I think. And
Correct.
they're another one that does a great job of sharing all of the details about
Yeah,
their
yeah.
Nashville releases. So that's another one to add to your list.
Mhm.
Okay, my next one is from Haystack Stitching, and it's the jean Bristol Etui that is red and detailed and all of the things that Jean from the Attic loved. So it's kind of a tribute piece to her. So it definitely is on my list. And here's a picture of it. What's next for you?
Heart and Hand, Nativity Tiny Town. And she's done a lot of the tiny towns. And I saw this one and I thought it was so sweet that I put it on my list. So if you're a fan of the tiny towns, this would be next to add on.
Next to add. And it's been a real popular. We've had lots of advanced orders for that guy as well.
I bet.
Hey, one that stood out to me was the Works by ABC, the 324 sequel.
Yes.
So last year at Nashville, she released a chart that was just tiny little motifs of all of the 324 colors of DMC done in cross stitch. And so this sequel is similar, almost essentially the same thing, but it's done in specialty stitches.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not only are you going to have beautiful design, but you're going to have a reference of specialty stitches that is going to be pretty awesome. So I thought it was worth featuring here, and here's a picture of it. And so advanced orders for this one I would really like, because last year it was took a while for the first 324 to actually be available aftermarket. So I would really like to pick up as many as I need at Nashville this year. So advanced orders, welcome, recommended.
Good idea.
And if you happen to not have all of the 324 colors of DMC, we're happy to help you with that too.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, Stacy Nash, the Velvet Pink Pear Needlewk. So one of those smalls, and I think Stacy is the queen of smalls. She has a very unique way of putting things together. I don't know, so that you want them. So, and a lot of designers have fallen suit by, you know, adding smalls to their repertoire. So this one is just, I mean, little hedgehog. Who can go wrong with that? So
yeah,
that's my next choice.
Well, and she had several additions to her animal cracker line for Nashville, and also some rulers and some die cut cardboards for some of the animals too that will help with finishing. So just check out our website for those kinds of things.
Yeah,
they're all listed there.
Yeah, yeah. She did a couple in the cracker crumbs, which are the smaller. And the one is called Goose, and it's a giraffe. And I thought there was a mistake, and I thought that's a giraffe, not a goose. Then I realized it's the name of it. So
yeah.
So yeah, she's very talented.
Yeah, that's awesome. The next one on my list is Shepherd's Bush did a new stocking for this year. So we missed out on a new stocking from them last year. So I was really excited to see one in their Nashville offerings this year. And this one is called Olaf. So yeah, a little bit different kind of color choices than they usually do, but very suitable for the actual design. So we'll have those charts and the embellishment packs, and we always carry that 20 count natural linen that they're stitched on, and lots of solid and hand-dyed pearl cotton that they call for. So we're happy to kit that for everybody. But it was exciting to see that, and early enough in the year that people can get it stitched for Christmas for next year too.
That's right. She always usually brought them out late September, early October. And being that I've stitched quite a few of hers, as in 25, I always was a little in a panic when I needed to, get a new one. And so now that all my family and grandkids and significant others have one, it's like, I don't have anybody to make a stocking for. And if you're one of them that, sends a message saying, pick me, it's like, sorry, I won't. But yeah, they're a lot of fun to do.
Yeah. Oh, good. Good. Okay. What's your next one?
My sister's samplers. And I've put 2 on here, and I'm going eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do I like? I'm going to go with Elizabeth Scora.
Okay.
And no, it doesn't have a red house. No, it's yellows and greens, but it is fantastic. It's not symmetrical. It's totally asymmetrical, totally different, and it's totally fantastic. I really like it.
Well, I haven't paid enough attention to that one, so I'm going to have to look at it and put a picture in here.
Gonna have to. It's absolutely amazing.
Okay, so I've lost track of how many that is, but I have one that I wanted to give honorable mention to, and that is the hands-on design Parliament of Owls. And so, not my usual type of design, but I think what's caught me is Kathy's marketing for this. So she's done some social media posts that have like a 3D owl figure just poking out the corner, and yeah, so I think they'd be really fun to stitch, and lots of quirky things about them that so she's gotten me with marketing on that one.
Yeah, and if you've seen her FlossTube video, her and Bill compare who is who with the owls, which one is which type of thing. So yeah, do check that out. It's a lot of fun. So it makes you want to get out there and purchase it. So
cool. Okay, how's your list looking?
We're down to 1, 2, 3. Let me see, which one do I want to pick? I'm going to pick another hands-on design.
Okay.
And it is her book, A Winter Sampling, or Between Friends, and it's a winter sampling. So this is her final Between Friends compilation of 8 designs. And this compilation is with her and Beth Seal from Summer House Stitchworks.
Yeah.
And they have also marketed this quite well. Not so much this one, but previous ones. And she pulls out a sampler that she does, and then lots of smalls that accompany it with it. So big bang for your buck.
Yeah, great finishing instructions in those books for the range of smalls. And so they've been seasonal, spring, summer, fall, and now winter is the final book. And it sounds like they have way too much fun together putting them together.
Yeah.
And so
it's when they do things together, or even with Bill, I mean, it's infectious. You can't help but, oh, I've got to get that, or, this is amazing. So that's why I think you and I have kind of zeroed in on HOD, hands-on design, because they're marketing and they're infectious. They're very infectious. So
okay, so then the last thing that I brought to show is in the last video we talked quite a bit about Janette Douglas's My Stitching album book that's coming out at Nashville, and how it is a compilation of 10 sampler charts plus a cover to make into a book that she had released in 2008, I think. And so I said I had started it at that point, and I was going to bring in some of my pages to show you just as inspiration for this book. So it's been a long time. I don't even know if I dated this, but so Janette has written a verse for each sampler, and they have a very distinctive color theme in them with a variegated thread that is the dominant, and then some DMC that kind of flush it out a little bit. So that's one. And all about the specialty stitches.
Right.
And then this one. And then this is about where I got stalled out.
Okay.
And there was one more that I had started the Bargello on.
Oh, fun.
And my needles are still in them, so I obviously had intentions of finishing.
Right. Yep.
And then this is the front cover of the book. And then, this is a problem. This is the back cover of the book. 2009.
Well, that's not a problem because you
Okay.
started it. When you're done, you put the date of completion
Underneath.
Exactly.
Yes, I have lots of space to do that.
You do. So it's actually a good problem.
Well, I was obviously very ambitious if I thought I was finishing them all in 2000.
Well, you've done a good job. You're not quite half, but you're a third.
Yeah.
That's, that's better than not started at all. So
yes.
And you can't finish if you don't start.
True. Janette's got great things going on at Nashville this year. So her Chubby U chart has been probably one of our top sellers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's super cute.
I think with my stitching album, did she not, if I'm not mistaken, write all of the verses herself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's done that for a bunch of her samplers.
Yes.
Like the new release of Stitches Be Sweet has a little verse that she wrote on it. And so she's a multi-talented lady.
And she really is.
All right. So what have you got planned for the next little bit?
Well, today I think we're packing a picnic lunch and heading out to Abraham Lake before the lake thaws. Are you familiar with Abraham Lake?
No.
It is a lake, east central Alberta. It's close to the Banff Jasper Highway, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And it is dammed. So it's the North Saskatchewan River, and it's dammed into a lake. And in the winter, it gets these bubbles, and they're created from the methane gas from waste. And it's really cool. It's really cool. And I've been there before, but I haven't seen the methane bubbles. So we're going to go out there today, and I'm hoping with our incredibly warm temperature the last week that we can actually still go on the ice.
Right.
But we get on the edge of the mountains there, and the day is supposed to be like +10, +12 Celsius.
Yeah.
So
it's a good day for it. Great.
It is a good day because then tomorrow I have to hit the floor running, and I've got a full day of massage. So I'll be dragging myself home at 4:30 after 8-9 hours of massage. So
some mountain therapy will be good for you.
Yeah, and beyond that, I follow my nose. So,
all right.
How about you?
Well, it's all about Nashville at this point. I'll send one more newsletter next Wednesday, and then we leave on Thursday, and then it'll be all the fun of Nashville.
A whirlwind of activity.
Yeah, and then the craziness of coming home. And
yeah. That's probably the tough part to swallow. You have 3 days of activity and friends and shopping and eating and drinking and barely sleeping, and then you have to hit the Monday task of getting everything ready to ship back.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, but I am a master at Jenga suitcase packing after 20 years of doing that.
Yes, you are.
I have skills.
Yes, exactly.
Good. And so I think that's all for us. I'm going to spend some time now inserting the pictures into the video and uploading it. And like I said, my fingers are crossed that goes better this time than it did last time.
Right.
And then we'll just see where things go from there.
Correct. Good. Sounds good.
All right. Well, thanks, Rose. That was fun.
You're welcome. It was fun.
Always fun.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your day.
You too. Thanks.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
You bet. Bye.